What's up guys, Lifting here, and this video is going to be a little different. In this video I'm going to tell you how I got started with YouTubing and streaming and why I did so. So it's going to be a little personal and I hope you guys can live with that. So first of all, let me give you a little background. About 3 or 4 years ago, I was a young man in my 20s, or well, I'm still in my 20s. I was 22 years old at that time. And I had to decide what I wanted to do with my life. And at least in Denmark, at least where I'm from, you really need to take an education to be fairly safe about your future. And so I was looking at myself and thinking, what am I good at? What do I excel at? And I felt I had a few things that I excelled at, that I was really good at, but none of these things could be or would be something that you could study. So I asked people around what they thought I would be good at. And a lot of people always told me that they thought that I was good around people, and that I had some knowledge that I could, bring on. So a lot of people suggested maybe a teacher. And I talked to my parents about that, and my father and my mother, they thought teacher was a good idea. So I applied for a teacher's school. I don't know what the word is for that in English, but basically I started to study to become a teacher. And that's about 4 years ago. And the first year went pretty well. The subjects were pretty exciting. I was teaching a subject called Danish. That's like the main subject you can teach as a teacher in Denmark. I was studying philosophy, I was studying history, biology, and what's the last one? Social sciences. And I kind of like those subjects. You can study almost anything, but that's the subjects that I choose to become a teacher in. And the first year was good, as I told you. But during that year, you start to think about, is this the kind of person I want to be? Is this who I want to be for the rest of my life? Or at least for a very long time? And I quickly realized that no, this was not what I was supposed to do. It didn't make me happy. It didn't excite me. As I said, it was interesting to learn about these kind of things, but it was not something that I was looking forward to when I got up in the morning. And because of this uncertainty that I started to develop, I started to become pretty anxious. And about that time, I was still 22, 23 years old. I started to develop this anxiety of going to school. And I guess looking back, I should have chosen a different education at that point in time, something that would excite me more. But I really didn't know of anything that would excite me, any kind of education that would excite me. So I decided to just stay at the teacher's school. And, I was thinking maybe it will get better. Maybe this is just a phase, but it didn't get better. And I started to develop some pretty bad anxiety. And it actually led to me starting to become really antisocial. I didn't want to see my friends. I didn't want to go out. I just wanted to stay at home, do my own thing, and I didn't want people to contact me. I was considering deleting my Facebook page. I wanted to delete my email address. I wanted to turn off my phone so that people wouldn't contact me, because it was too stressful when they did that. I didn't have the energy or the desire to talk to people. Besides my girlfriend, my brothers, and my parents, the people I felt really, really close to and safe around. And it really didn't get any better from that point in time. So I started to think a lot about what can I do to improve my future? Is this really how it's going to be for the rest of my life? Do I have to do something that I don't enjoy? Do I have to spend my time on that? And my brother talked to me a few times and he said, dude, you're playing so much computer, you should start streaming. Why don't you start streaming? You love to talk about computer games, you love to educate people, you love to theory craft, that kind of stuff. And I was like, streaming? Nah, I was probably a little too self-conscious about that. I was afraid that people would would just trash talk me, that kind of stuff. You know how the internet can be. So well, I ended up trying streaming anyway, and I enjoyed it. I had fun with it, and for the first time in a very, very long time, it felt like I was actually doing something constructive. I was working towards a goal that eventually could make a small amount of money. I'm not partnered with Twitch or anything like that, but the idea behind working towards something that could eventually to lead to something positive for my future was pretty cool, and it was something that I hadn't experienced for a very long time in my life. Um, that was pretty interesting. But basically, I had to finish my exam, so I had to put off my streaming for a period of time. But instead, I decided I wanted to start making YouTube videos because I could do that a little more relaxed. I could do it in my own time and that kind of stuff. So I started making YouTube videos, and the first videos I made was Wildstar videos. Wildstar was brand new at that time, and it was pretty interesting. It was very I was very anxious when I made these videos. I was so afraid of what people were going to say to these videos. But then again, the feeling of being productive, working towards something that you actually enjoyed was just so much more satisfying than the fear of people judging you wrongly. So I kept making YouTube videos, and I quickly realized, wow, this is actually pretty funny. I liked the editing process. I liked the recording process, even though it was incredibly hard for me. I had to tape over or re-record so many footages because English was, first of all, not my first language. You guys can probably hear that from my accent. But also, it, as soon as the camera turned on, it just felt like I was on display and I had to perform. So it was really, really hard. It may look easy, but it's actually really, really hard. But it gets better. It's a lot easier for me today to make a video than it was back then. But I made these videos, and I started to get a good amount of response from them. People were happy. They felt like it helped out. But my main game was really Path of Exile. I wanted to make Path of Exile videos. And you guys probably know who Ziggy D is if you're watching Path of Exile videos. And I had for a long time thought, man, this guy is living the dream. He's living exactly as how I would like to live. He's making YouTube videos. He's streaming, or at that time he wasn't streaming, but he's making YouTube videos and he's actually living off it. And also the amount of professionalism he had in his videos, I really liked that. And also he seemed like a great guy. He was not like this. He showed some personality in his videos, and I liked that. So in that regard, Ziggy has actually been this incredible source of inspiration and motivation. And I'm not sure if I would actually be here today making these videos if it wasn't for him. So I'm incredibly appreciative of that. So with that in mind, I now knew how to start doing this. And I started to make these Path of Exile beginner guides, mechanic guides, and all that kind of stuff. And it seemed like people were actually really appreciating these videos. My YouTube channel started to grow. I think I reached my first 500 subscribers within, I don't know, I think I reached 1,000 subscribers within 2 months or so. And that's actually pretty okay, or pretty good for starting new YouTube channel that nobody knows about. And my YouTube channel kept growing. I kept making Path of Exile videos. I tried every day to make a new video, or at least tried to make a video every weekday, not in the weekends. I decided I wanted to take a break during the weekends. However, I felt pretty bad every time I was not making a video. I felt I had a bad conscience. I always felt like, dude, why are you taking a break right now? You need to be making another video. So in that regard, you have to really, you have to learn to relax when you do this stuff. But anyway, I started to see that I could actually make a small amount of money of this. I started to see that my analytics showed me that I was making like $0.5 each day all of a sudden. And It's nothing, you know, compared to the time you've put into this. And I put a lot of time into this. I'm literally putting at least 5 to 8 hours into making YouTube videos every day. And now that I'm streaming, it's a lot more besides that, of course. But compared to the time that you invest into it, you're not getting a lot of money. But fast forward, I am today making a little more money. It's not something I can live off by any chance. I still have a very small YouTube channel, but it's moving forward. I'm steadily gaining subscribers. People seem to be happy about what they see and that kind of stuff. Oh, and one thing I should mention in this video is I can't tell you guys how supportive my girlfriend have been of this. My girlfriend is the best girlfriend in the entire world. My girlfriend is the person who right now makes the money. She's a nurse and she makes the money right now. I make money as well, but she's paying the bulk of the expenses at the moment. She even bought my microphone as well. This is the Blue Yeti. She bought this for me. And all the time, she has never complained about it. Never. She has not asked me to do something else to make more money. She has been fully supportive of me spending all my time trying to develop this, well, she wants me to be happy. That's obvious. I can see that. And I have the best girlfriend. I couldn't do this without her. So I needed to say that. I don't think she's watching this video, so I can say this. You don't want her to think that you like her too much, of course. No, ignore that. I'm just kidding. But anyway, here I am today, and this actually leads me to what I wanted to do with this video. The reason I made this video was because I had a goal of reaching 4,000 subscribers before the new year. And today, about 30 minutes ago, I reached 4,005 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And I want to thank you guys for helping me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the enormous support, guys. It's really, really hard for me to explain to you guys how much it means to me that you are here for me. You are supporting my future. You're supporting an anxiety-free future for me. You're supporting a future for me where I can do something that makes me happy. And I know I should not make this sound like I'm able to live off this, because I'm not at the moment. I'm only making a very, very small amount of money. But the important thing is that I can see it moves forwards. I can see I am moving forward towards a bigger and a better future. And I'm doing that because of you guys. So yeah, what I wanted to say was thank you. I hope you guys realize how much it means to me. And with that said, I'm going to end the video, guys. Once again, thank you very much for supporting me, helping me out. And I hope you guys have a great day, a great week. And it is almost Christmas, guys. So Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great New Year's. And I'll see you around. Oh, and bros, do you even nerd?